Sun is a deadly laser and I'm tired of baking. Jesus Christ, why is it 28 degrees today? Alright. Am I live? I appear to be live. Awesome. Just quickly bring this up. For the rare occasion I actually need to like moderate my channel for a bot lol. There we go. Right. I gotta be real. I started playing, I set up a stuffed berry for them last night to be delivered and some other bastard ate it. So, I gave them pepper bread, and I'm going to make sure they actually get this one. So we'll just let this happen, and then I'll actually start working on some stuff today. Go, buddy, go. I should set up a sweepy dock on those farms actually to get rid of the rot. Look at him go! You said this priority 1. It says here that there's still one pretzel that once fell off an unsupervised desk. Now, all we need to do is turn on his lights. Notable improvement to nutrient retention. Subjects who participated in the most recent meal intake displayed minimal symptoms of gastrointestinal distress. Mineshaft excavation at the Avara crater resumed following resolution of a tunnel wall fracture. Projected time to brine reservoir penetration at current rate 41 days local time. Moisture seepage along eastern wall of shaft is being monitored. Preliminary surface temperature is significantly lower than programmed estimates. Hey kiddo, we missed you at your cousin's wedding last weekend. The gift was nice, but the dance floor felt empty without you. Derish sends its love. He's really turned a corner since he started eating those gooey pudding things you sent over. Any chance you have a version that doesn't smell like feet? Come home sometimes when you're not so busy. Only thing we need to do then is power him for 3,000 seconds. So a whole day. And you only need 60 watts. I'm gonna slightly drown him in chlorine. They'll be okay. He'll be alright. We'll just sweep it up real quick. In fact, we don't even need to dig up this bleach stone. It'll help to drop the chlorine out, but we don't need to drop it. We could just dig this way, and I'll let the chlorine fall out. Coal generator, which is a bit overkill, but I don't want to deal with him, so it's fine. And an automation wire. Right. I do want to put like a sweepy here or something to get rid of this stuff. Or I actually finally set up some shipping rails. You. I need to hit 4 across. So it would have to be in the doorway, and then in which case I can't hit here. Nah, just put it here. Be overkill. I'm allowed a little overkill. It's fun. In fact, if I give it a bit more overlap, all I really need is 2 of the pickup points. Something like here and here. But then I could do a conveyor loader. Food. 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 Decay. Decay? Yeah, that'll work. Don't want the automation made out of gold. I'd rather keep the gold for batteries right now. We have copper, we use up the copper. So we can have the food automated to send up to the kitchen, and then a rock can be sent over to the crabs. Or I would. No, I did leave a shipping thing there. Alright. I'm trying to make some very basic power, extra power here. I didn't realize I could reach that one. We'll do this here. It's all going to be hooked up to this smart battery to then activate these coal generators as backup power for the entire system because I'm sick of it going offline. I may also be able to fit a few more coal generators here. Like 2 here, 1 here, 1 here. But we'll get to that when we get to that. They're still building right now. The building melt notifications are because I am putting some ice temp shift plates in here to chill down the rest of the room. Because it is still hovering around 5 degrees and I'd like it to get to like -2. Or at least like I want it to be closer to 0 than 5. Since right now the thing stopping all these guys is body temperature and atmosphere. And the only reason why I have this pump active is to get some of this gas out so it doesn't keep over pressurizing. How much power is this all going to take? Because I might need to upgrade this wire. I'd prefer not to. I feel very lazy today. $240, $480, $700 plus these guys, but they're not going to run all the time. I could just do it in segments. So if we want the rot up here, and then the food next to it. I've never finished this up. Well, I don't desperately need pepper bread right now, so I can just deconstruct these 2 for now. And rebuild them after. I think we have enough food to ignore a micro musher for at least like a cycle. Oh, and I finally fitted these here to let some of the goddamn hydrogen out. I need to set up a better system for the poke shells. What have we got? Don't need a researcher operating bomb lily seed. Oh, there is one thing I need to actually research. And it is... There you are. Solid filter. I need filters for the conveyor rails. It'll help. But I need to get this 4th tier research, which I believe is nuclear research. Orbital data collection. Interplanetary launcher. The weird guns! Space guns! I forgot about the space guns and the beacons. Yeah, I need more of these. I need more brain chips. Which means going to space. It also means finishing this shit off. Right, I kind of want to load more chlorine into here. Since that's currently just sitting in oxygen. So if I want this one to have bleach stone. I would probably want manual use right now. I'll up the priority. Just so that we get some bleach stone in there. Hoping this means they're not about to just grab all the food. What are you holding? Bleach stone. Brilliant. Alright. There we go. That's off-gassing. There is a lot of oxygen in there. So it'll take a minute, but it should swap out for bleach and chlorine. I'm hoping it doesn't break this tiny little liquid lock. Turns out just placing a temp shift plate there that would melt worked. I was overthinking it. It melted, portables dropped down there, and luckily also fell down here. I could see it's all like slipping over to this side, which was my worry, but it didn't happen, so I had an easy time. It's very quickly being replaced. Might put a fire pole here so people can leave the kitchen quicker. But yeah, I'm gonna get a solid filter and then I'm gonna actually separate some of this coal out and deposit into these. In the meantime, though, I'm gonna have to have a drop-off system. Maybe a pressure plate? Put it here. Have the coal dropped off. Can't place a chute there, so it'd have to be here. So the sweeper could pick it up and then move it. Yeah. Is there a way I can... No, I build these guys so they don't have any overlap. Alright. That's fine, that's doable. 1 shoot, 2 shoot, 3 shoot, 4 shoot. Then a white plate. Here I'm gonna have to remove these tiles. Unfortunate. Do a little bridge. Oops, not like that. Ants have died. Oh, they're drowning? Yeah, they're drowning. Oops. Too much liquid. I could just bridge out into this system. Yeah, we'll do that. If I put it here, connect you like that. Grab this wire here, bring you up like that. Prefer that you build that before you build any more of these shift plates. Hook that up, hook you up. Hook that up, hook you up, you. And then I can set a weight for this, right? Because at a green signal when you're below something. So you need 600 kilograms to start. And there's 4 of you, so if I said if below 2 generators worth. Yeah, cool. It's not perfect in case they like leave some metal or anything on the ground, but it'll be a temporary solution. And I will disconnect you for now so that this pump can take priority. It's going to take a while since the cooling loop is actually decently full for once, but we'll get there. Especially as the toilet's actually building a backlog of liquid again. We might actually be in a decent place with water. Rare. Set you to 80, 60. Don't need you. There we go. Yeah, what I could do, rather than just load it all on at once and overload the wires, is just run it in segments. So if I set you... Ideally we want the rot to go up onto this line. Something like that. And the lower down ones can be for the food. Which we would want to go. Probably in here. I don't mind them actually grabbing it from here. Ideally it'd be dropped off here. Give me an orb. I want a pod of the orb. They should hopefully let them build there. May be wrong, may not be wrong. Storm, is that necessary? Do you need to pin your ears back at your brother? Thank you.
Yeah. I've got sauce on the bottom.
Thank you. Dinner. You're doing that to him, you're just leaving him alone at the bottom of a ladder. That poor child. Sure, I'll take the ice. Should place more water down in here. But it's just freezing into small blocks. I need to actually deposit some bigger amounts of water. I have set this up and then didn't actually connect it. I'm a smart person. There we go. We'll just leave him to it. It'll happen when it happens. So if I... Yes, they finally built it. Right, bring it. If I connect you to you, and set this one to rot and polluted dirt. Then it's forced to go bit by bit because it can only pick up when these say, hey, I know what you need to grab. Just put everyone in the blender thing soon. Hi, Sparky. How you doing? I'm alright, just chilling. Aren't you lucky? It's freaking baking here. Oh, no power. That's fine. Can you quit suffocating? I'm busy. You're in space. You're going to suffocate. We are slowly building a wall against all of the meteors. How are we doing on steel production? Is that increased yet? Nope, still building more. Irrigation. Damn, the liquid pressure is actually dropping. Ah. I may have put some... How? How and why? Semba, stop it. What's near here? Phosphorite, Huggy, Regolith, Ice. If you get hit in the head with a rock, I'm not helping you. Come on, get out. There we go. I think I'm gonna settle this down to priority, like, 1 for a bit. Set these to priority 1 as well. Jesus Christ. Need again hit in the head with a goddamn meteor. You got hit by a meteor, from the looks of it. Quite literally everyone's here. There's other jobs. And they're choosing these ones. Let's just give them some sweep jobs somewhere like safe and indoors. I'll give them plenty to do. You fools, you buffoons. Okay, they've left. They're not gonna cook. Or be whacked in the head really, really hard. I do want that slime, actually. That could be good for the mushrooms. Let's copy this across all of you. Rain is playing RimWorld. Damn. I should be playing RimWorld right now. Right. So I want a solids bridge here, eventually. Or at least a solids filter. So we would want something like this. Put it somewhere they can actually build it, something like that. And then that. Get rid of this. There we go. And I'll put coal right here, ready for all these to work. That way all the eggs and the random other stuff can just go up here. Should also see roll egg. Because I'm going to want to track how many of these guys are reproducing. The previous one in this container died of old age, so that's their replacement. Until then, we're going to use this guy. This 8-day-old shovel. How are you looking? 49%. Halfway there. .61 hours on this file. Nice. Screenshot that. It's not often I just look over and see an exact, like, this much and this much. Should really take out all these ladders. Nah. Up. Going that way. I should put this bridge here, like one over. Yeah, we'll do that. We'll move it over one. We can fit in the micro musher back in, so we can keep making sleep mush thing. Sludge bar, berry sludge. Yes. So if I put you here instead, yeah. That'll work. Oh yeah. This is nice and green now. These are freaking freezing. I'm going to set this down to 11 degrees. The only reason I think this water is not flashing just to ice is because of how hot it is when it gets back in there. Though I think to be safe I will set it to 12. So I'm pushing my luck putting the water at -2 degrees. Do you need to expand the loop though? Cool down this area as well. Because these guys are still a little bit uncomfortably hot. I made a mistake of deconstructing these ladders when I should have just kept them in there. Two degrees water will give me brave freeze. Yep. I bought these steam turbines down to 5 degrees, but I'm still taking forever and a day to bring this down to like 0 degrees. Speaking of, you're not meant to be submerged in water. Nor you. Nor you. Move you with the other crabs. Remove you, move you to the other crabs. Okay, just check this works. And it does. Cool. You can get rid of this and refit the gas range then. Forbid mutants. You can go back to fancy food for fancy meals. Chlorine now? Yep, 82 kilos. Glorious. So it's refrigerated and sterile. I still need to figure out how to make this deep freeze, but it gets the job done. I need to bring it down to at least -8 degrees, but that's a pain in the ass I'm not doing right now. Guys, you're getting sunburned. Guys. It's not hot, but you're getting sunburnt. Actual steel production. The thing I keep putting off. Need to put it into gear. Oh lord. Right. Can I get any more of those brain chips at all for that last tier of science? Inspect. Hatch has been selected for development due to potential vibes food sources. The bulb was selected for development based on ability to perform a multitude of waste breakdown functions typical for a healthy ecosystem. Designed to focus on eliminating disease risk posed by a fully matured morph. Science, 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 magma, magma, magma. That's 112 degrees CO2. I could drop some water down, brute force cool it with the water, make an airlock, and then vacuum it out. Because heat won't transfer in a vacuum, meaning they won't cook if I can get rid of the CO2. And then for the liquid, I just need to walk across it. Hermit. He's so happy. My sweet duplicate efforts are paid off. Our reclusive neighbor has agreed to join the colony. Any keepsake he insists on bringing from in his toolbox, which, while rusty, seems to hold great sentimental value. Now they'll be living among us. His former home can be deconstructed or repurposed. What you got? Your name's George. Duplicate. Ancient knowledge. Starts with the knowledge from the before times with 3 skill points. Shabby dresser. Charismatic. So charming, chatting with him is sometimes enough to trigger an overjoyed response. Ugly crier, balloonized. And he has a 7 in everything. 15 for athletics. I'll give you improved carrying for sure. Everyone gets that. Now, do I want him to have exosuit wearing? Well, do I? Because he's smart, quote unquote. Has knowledge of before time, make him a mechatronics engineer. Even though he doesn't have passion in that. We'll let him sort out his morale. You scold him. It's not that toasty, it's only 90 degrees. She says, melting at 28 degrees. The director said there was supposed to be 3 of you on your task force. Where's your geneticist? In the bathroom. He went home. It's the holidays. He has family. We all do. This is exactly why the project is so urgent. It's not our fault this stuff sat in the subterranean ocean for a year, and it took another year to get back to Earth. The microbe samples didn't fare well on the journey, and much of mechanical components are completely corroded. There's not much to. We're analysing it and salvaging what we can. Dr. Surahashi? Good. Take down all those ridiculous lights. This is a lab, not a retro shopping mall. Thanks for getting all the debris packed up for disposal. I thought you did that. No, Who took my sandwich? Not this again. Ben, did you load the shipping container? Seriously, I haven't eaten in 13 hours. This isn't funny. It's a little funny. Can we focus, please? Nobody took your sandwich, Rock Doc. Then why does my food keep going missing? Maybe the lab ghost took it, or maybe you just shouldn't leave it out overnight. Gunderson probably thought it was garbage. He doesn't even clean down here. Right, because if he did, I wouldn't have to keep sweeping up all the magnesium sulfate deposit, and someone keeps tracking over the floor between shifts. It's not me. Listen, I know we're all tired and things have been a bit strange, but the sooner we get sent up to this launch pad, the sooner it starts to go to a trip to a sun, and we can get out of this creepy sub-sub basement. Fine, fine, fine. So here's geneticist. Maybe I should just put him on this. Hi, how's you? Hi, I'm gonna say Hermit. I'm probably completely wrong with that. How do you select all when you do plans to do, say, mining? It's all just priorities for me. Herbie MB. Ah, okay. I don't really select all. At this point, I got my priorities basically down, that if I just wanted everyone to do something, I could just put it at a high priority and just say, clear this out. Yeah, hi, welcome. This is going to be a kind of shortish stream. I've got another like half hour to go before we'll be raiding over to Matt's KD, because he and Mrs. Sember are going to be playing some Elden Ring, and we'll go raid over to them. Now I know when you say you want a section of War Dog out, you said you click the area, right? But how do I get the area to go to priority 9 for priority? So, certain commands like, say, dig. You got the priority bar, and then with my skills, well, not skills, priorities, I do have a lot of people that are just set up for digging. Some just have it as like a bonus skill, but... Speaking of, I need to bring down people's operating. Actually, no, you still need to level up. Say I forgot to pick a number, how do I go back to that section and change it? The priority button down here, next to deconstruct. You can adjust it however you wish. There are also some filters for specifically, like, say, duties, which are farming, opening doors, closing doors, cleaning, you're sweeping, you're mopping, you're emptying pipes, digging. And then you can just drag across and add your number. construction, so all you're building. If I wanted them to build the ladders first and then dig second. Gotcha, thank you. No problem. Are you are you a newer player? Saw the new DLC? Or just brain blank? Like I'm an absolute nightmare for putting my bridges back to front. Speaking of, these liquid bridges need to be reconnected correctly this time. Let's do something like that. I got the game and all DLCs. I don't need to worry about till later, lol. Still a noob learning this game, lol. Oh, that's okay. Any like early game problems? I know I had an absolute nightmare trying to survive to like my first 100 cycles. Why do you still use ladders instead of tiles? It's scaffolding. That's just how I think of it. Like, I could swap it all to tiles. Also, if you use ladders, gases can pass through them. If I have a big, say, give the game a minute to save. Say I have this big cloud of gas here, and if I swap over to this filter, you can see like fluid oxygen, the chlorine and stuff. If I use ladders, CO2 can fall down to the bottom, and oxygen can rise up easier. I want the gases to be able to flow, so like the heavier ones like the chlorine and the CO2 that I can't breathe are at the bottom. Likewise, if I want hydrogen, which I can use for power, to go up to the top where I have gas pumps and I can move it into generators. Lose everyone after day 10. Struggling with like food or just like stress? Yeah. Ladders also help me so I can see like how far a duplicate can reach and dig out. Like here I have these ladders so that the gas can fall straight down. And more oxygen goes up towards where like they're digging out space right now to build this bunker wall to protect against meteors. Food, stress, dying to lack oxygen by the time I get oxygen machines up. Those little pumps all connected. Okay, so a good thing to remember for early game. One oxygen diffuser, one of these guys, can sustain 4 duplicates. Die from carbon dioxide. Carbon dioxide is heavier than oxygen. If you have like a bunch of it and you can't deal with it early game because you don't have, say, a carbon skimmer or something to get rid of it, dig a hole. It will fall down there. Like here, I have this massive pit of CO2, and over on this side where I have them building a bit more, I have a carbon skimmer to destroy it. But that is something you have to research. If you don't have the research set up and you're still learning, dig a hole, CO2 will fall down it. There we go. Right, that's more water going into the plants. Can no one reach that one? Oh, you're not powered up. It's better to build toilets on the same floor as beds, as I tend to put them on different floors. What I do for early game, let's say here. What you want early game, particularly for stress, is to use rooms. So you would want just a little, say, pneumatic door put it at priority 1 so my duplicants don't actually build it. Do something like that. A wash basin. And then you can fit 2 outhouses. And this will count as a room. But because it's using block tiles here, duplicants can't run out this way, which means they only need to use a sink when they leave the bathroom. Because you can set these to their direction. So if, say, your duplicants run in, they use the toilet, and this is set to direction right, they'll only wash their hands when they leave the bathroom. Another good one to know is barracks. You would want cots and a door, and that's your barracks. You can dig it up like 4 tiles high if you want to expand it and give them furniture for a decor bonus, because they like pretty rooms when you eventually get furniture and things. I shovel. Another really, really good one for early game stress and morale, mess halls. It's really, really easy to upgrade a mess hall. Because you can fit in, I think it's under furniture, isn't it? Yeah, mess tables. I'm doing things right with toilets, beds, lol. Yes. If early game stress is your issue though, build a mess hall. You can do like a bunch of tables. And to make it a great hall, you need a decor item and a recreational building. What you can do for recreation is just give them a water cooler, turn the cooler off because it still counts, and a great piece of furniture that will count is a hanging pot with any plant in it. And that will be a great hall, which will give you a bonus morale. It will jump you up from a +3 morale from just having a mess hall up to a +6. This is my current great hall setup for them. Their food's dropped off here. It's behind a little airlock with chlorine in it to keep it clean. And I have sweepies just picking up any food they drop. How does the water pump work? I put one down but never see them using it, or am I doing something silly? So, I have a couple of water pumps set up here. Let's grab one and chuck it here. Water pumps work in a sort of like star pattern here, or like a plus. They suck up water from these tiles. Same for gas pumps, actually. If I go up to, let's say this guy here. I don't want him to suck up all the oxygen in this area. So, knowing that he can only really suck here and here, I've blocked off one tile. Otherwise, you just need, obviously, the relevant pipe. For gas pumps, it's these, goes out, and then power. The water would also need somewhere to go. So say you want it to go into a container for later, or you want a vent for it to end up. Do you have to run a pipe from the pump to say upstairs? Yes. This is where sort of like the spaghetti piping comes in. This all looks very complicated, but basically this polluted water goes in. There is a filter. It says all polluted water goes into this one. And then this sends us up to here to be filtered into clean water. Yeah. The only reason this looks as complicated as it is because I wanted to have like water stored away as it was building, being cleaned up. Pumps will also only work if the pipe has space for the water to go on. So like here, the maximum it can hold is a 10 kilo packet. It won't be able to put more water onto here, but it will be able to put on water here and here. You can actually set up, like, before you have automation and all that complicated stuff, one thing you can do if you want to limit the amount of water you have used at, like, say, a pitcher pump, if you set a vent here, the water won't be able to get taller than this tile. Because the vent here will overpressurize, which means no more water will be able to leave through that vent. That's why I have those, yeah. How do they use them? They will be able to... Okay. Say a duplicant needs to fill up a water basin rather than a sink. They will go to this pump, use it, and then take that water to fill up that basin. I've already upgraded to sinks and stuff, so you wouldn't be able to see it here. But I do still have a pump here, because you need water for the supercomputer to work. I feel dopey. We all start off dopey. We all learn things, like... It just takes time. Takes time and a lot of dead colonies, trust me. Oh, something you may also want to know about gas management. Without houses, obviously they make polluted dirt. That makes polluted oxygen, that can transmit germs and things. If you don't want... We start about 20 times this weekend. Yeah, fair. If you don't want polluted dirt to release the polluted oxygen and cause issues, although you can breathe the polluted oxygen in a pinch, you can submerge it in a tile of water, which is why I have this set up here. These are also really good if you're on a low-end PC, because you may find, like, lag late game if there's, like, thousands of tiles of stuff scattered around everywhere. You just put it in one place. It means the game has less maths to figure out, which means the game runs a bit smoother. Some of, like, the tutorials I watched, these are we're going back like a couple of years now. These are sort of, some of them could be pretty outdated. Some of them still hold up, but some of them don't. Were Brothgar and Francis John. Those were two YouTubers I watched who play the game. Francis John's still playing, but Brothgar moved on to like a different job and things. It's Echo Ridge Gaming. They're playing Oxygen Not Included, so they might have some tutorials. Is it possible to give one or two duplicants a job for the cycle machine for creating the electricity? Oh, you mean the manual generators, these. The mouse wheels. If you want them to focus on that, you would want them on operating. So give them the priority operating. Fun fact, these also increase their athletics, and the higher a duplicant's athletics, the faster they run. If you need them to get from A to B. So what I have here is a gym. It just powers a light bulb. There is no battery or anything. They run and run and run to make that light until they get tired. And go off and do other things. Thank you for answering the questions. Now I can get back to your game. Thanks again. Ah, it's alright. If you want to have other questions or whatever, feel free to ask. Worst case scenario, I just say I don't have an answer. Have a fantastic evening. Thank you, and you too. Yeah, I stream Oxygen Not Included Mondays, so if you have other questions and stuff, I'm about. Alright. I have added you. I do stream from time to time for a couple of you're more than welcome to. Have fun. Ah. I'll drop you a follow. And thank you for the follow as well. Let's drop the priority on this. I'm not too worried about them having water at this point. This pump's more here for if I tell them to sweep up bottles of water and it has somewhere to go. I'm gonna mute you now, have you on in the background just in case. That's alright. I've got another 15 minutes and then I'm raiding out anyway. Let's see, have they set this up yet? No. Still unreachable. Fill this by buildings, and then it will deconstruct only the ladders and not the gas pipe behind it. Have fun. Thank you very much. Enough water going onto this. Okay. Let's deconstruct this bridge for now. I never powered you up. Jesus, how did I miss that? How? Alright, let's see. I'm gonna go here, here. Oh. No, I don't want that water in there. What I could do... Connect you on like that. Put more polluted water in this tank. I remember what this pipe was for now. think when I have more steel produced, I'm going to put in a bunch of rubber miners and just dig through that. That might actually be worth an idea. Put you there. Glass is going for molten glass and then it will solidify, so I need probably a metal tile for it to cool on. Make it steel so it's not gonna fry. Glass forge, there you are. I forgot how goddamn tall these are. I think these are one of the few like full tile high buildings. If I put this here, yeah. Have the pipe, it drops here. Liquid can continue uninterrupted, yeah. You know what? That's fine. That pushes some of the gases out of this. Yep. Alright, let's connect these up. Like a bridge. You know what? Let's tidy this up ever so slightly by just doing that. And what I can do here is bridge this on. We disconnect you, that goes up here, this connects here. And then these could be deconstructed. There we go. You ever get a black hole ate my game message? I just did, lol. Yeah, that's a game crash. There's a couple of things that can cause them. I can't remember them off the top of my head. Yeah. And guys, I'll just be ETY. Don't worry, yeah. The black hole ain't my game message is just, hey, I crashed. Reload. There we go. I should set up a sweeper in here just to move the meat out. Could have it all just go onto this rail. Also should get rid of this rail. Or at least shorten it down. Yeah. Yeah, let's shorten this down to here. Then I can deconstruct these. Then I can have a bridge over up. Don't want it to pick up the room over in case they deploy eggs there. So if we do that, and then load a chute, something there. Bridge you over. My god, he's actually able to incubate the egg. Damn! I might actually end up with more plug slugs. Yes. Okay. Should give them some ladders. Let them get up here, they can recover that steel that fell down. And then we'll dig that out. Like chlorine, it's fine. Alright. Iron, absolutely, give me. Well, we're approaching 8 o'clock. See if Matt is live or if he is staying up still. Setting up. Okay, give him like 5-10 minutes and then we'll raid up. He is delaying it by 15 minutes. Okay, that's fine. What I can do then is just fix up all the shipping rails. Such a mess right now. Oh. You know, I'm not really using this many rails. I might actually get rid of these ones. Therefore, I've still got 2 entry points. Yeah, we'll do that. I'm not using them. I don't need to worry about them. I can use that mill for something else. That looks a little neater. Okay, I still have 2 long lines here, but neater than it was. Unless I connect it through here. Yeah, that'll let me reclaim some metal. If I just do a line here. Remove this. Shorter route, quicker way up to the kitchen. More metal for other stuff. I need to up my pinch of pepper nuts. Which means I should make another farm, but either off stream or next stream. And I can make more stuffed berries without an issue. Or I could do something better. Like surf and turf is the +4 quality and 12 morale. But gives you resistance to radiation. Mushroom quiche also does this. Which is omelets, lettuce. Spicy diet. Improve temporary immunity to chilly surroundings and soggy feet. That would actually be useful. Frostburger would be the easiest thing to do because I could just easily start cooking up frost buns, but then we need lettuce. Mixed berry pie is also very doable. Maybe mixed berry pie for like the astronauts, even though they will be getting berry sludge, which doesn't go bad ever. Which also reminds me to remove it from people's diets. Don't need to eat raw fish anymore, guys. We're beyond that. Berry sludge, there we are. The only people that should really eat that is Pilot. Wonky. And Bubbles. Did I have a fourth pilot or was it just those three? It was just those three. Cool. There we go. Might actually have that build up a bit more now in the storeroom. Yep, then it goes up, then it goes into the kitchen. Delightful. I'm gonna straighten that line just because it annoys me. No other reason, it's completely unnecessary. I should see about moving some of this massive cloud of CO2 down, which would mean digging up a chunk of this. Where'd you go? There you are. Eat him. He's not one of ours. What's flooding? The battery's still... There's enough chlorine in there to prevent that off-gassing. Thankfully. Yep, there we go. Right. George. We could either have George be the 4th pilot, or we can have him be a mechatronics engineer. And I think if he's basically a geneticist, I want him to have whatever skill relies on him using this. If there even is a skill. Let's deconstruct that door. Actually. What if I just moved a creature in there? Oh my god, it's actually cooled down in here enough. It's actually solidified. I keep forgetting to even do anything with this. Give me a hatch. Give me an old hatch. Are any of you elderly? You're elderly. You're going here for science. I must know. You have 6 cycles, I'm sure you'll figure it out. 0 out of 5 collected species data. You know what? If you're starving as well, you can join the hatch. I don't know what I'm gonna do about that. It's very toasty in there. Maybe if I did some sort of like cooling loop. Maybe I'll put a steam turbine on it with an act tuner. Oh. It's doing things. Specimen attempted to snack on the buccal smear. Review data for more information. Explore revolutionary genetic manipulation science designed for critters. Whether or not those ever used on non-critter subjects is unclear. Its DNA database has been wiped clean. Specimen attempted to snack on a buccal smear. Sample is viable, although apparatus may be somewhat mangled. Atomic force microscopy of bite pan revealed traces of geothite. Gothite? A mineral notable for its exceptional strength. Oh my god, that's a lot of critters I can shove in there. We'll put one of them in there. Now, puffs. I do have some still lurking somewhere. There was one here. There you are. In you go, buddy. So, you know what? I think I might be okay on sand with over 400 tons of it. We'll take the fungal spore. How's this loop looking? The loop's looking built. So we want you, and then you. Or more accurately, you. And then we disconnect you. And then what I can do is I can bridge on some more water. Here. Shinebug. The critter kept trying to befriend the reflective surfaces of the scanner's interior. During an examination, it cycled through a consistent pattern of 4 rapid flashes of light, a brief pause, and then 2 flashes, followed by a longer pause. Its cells appear to contain a mutated variation of oxyliferanes, similar to those catalogued in bioluminescent animals. Puffs. The creature bumped up to the building's interior repeatedly during scanning. Despite this, its skin remains surprisingly free of contusions. Fluorescence imaging reveals extremely low neural activity. Was this critter asleep during analysis? No. That was me. I was asleep during analysis. Oh, I'm missing a bead of water. Damn. Deconstructed it just a smidge too soon. I think this one pocket of carbon dioxide is just messing with this hydro sensor, and it's... Light filter by liquid. 500, 1000. Yeah, it's light when you get higher up. Oh well. It could also be that we're just not pumping in enough water.
Nuts and white.
Is Matt alive? Matt do be alive. At the very least, he's still getting set up. Soon. Soon we can bully Simba and then just call out hits. Trapped. Boo. I'm not surprised, I'm just impressed. There we go, now she's free.
Hello.
He is alive. Yoink. Raid time.
Incredible. Oh, good. Oh, even that.
Right. Over to Matt and bullying Sunbow with streaming. More oxygen updated Monday.
More just like right.
I'll see if I can get a bonus stream somewhere else. Oh, and Baldur's Gate 3 at Matt's Thursday. See y'all there.
Did you set